Hello everyone, and welcome to the OMindfulness online guided meditation. Thank you for being here. We're here to support each other in our formal mindfulness practice. Mindfulness is about being in the present moment and being here kindly. So we adopt an attitude similar to that of a loving parent. So with a lot of care, but gentle discipline and clear boundaries, we observe ourselves and our moment, and we engage in our commitment to be present through observing usually the physical sensations in the body, observing the breath, being present in the now. So I'd like to invite you to adopt a dignified posture. Our physical state is very connected with our emotional state, and just by sitting upright and alert, we can generate a sense of being present and engaged. And when we've finished the meditation, I'll share a few words on the importance of connecting with the body. And so we're going to be doing just that. As we observe the breath, we're connecting with the body. So we know that we're breathing because we can feel the ribs moving, we can feel our skin against our clothes, we can feel the caress of air in the nostrils, and often there are many, many more subtle physical sensations associated with breathing. And it's through sensing the body that we can feel the breath, and sensing the body is one of the best ways of coming into the present moment. Instead of spending our lives in our minds, working out, analysing and judging and interpreting the experience, we can have the direct experience of being here and now once we're in touch with our physical feelings. So closing our eyes, for 10 minutes, mindfulness of the breath. Allowing our attention to settle into the body as we sit. That means we can actually feel our contact with the cushion, with the chair. And by exploring those places of pressure, of contact, we develop a more finely tuned capacity to sense ourselves, to feel ourselves present, rather than just thinking about it. So we're sensing perhaps our feet maybe resting on the floor or folded underneath. We're sensing where our hands are resting. The warmer parts, the cooler parts. We're sensing our clothes against our body. As we notice with curiosity the physical sensations of sitting. And with kindly discipline, we bring the mind back when it wanders. Coming into the body in this way brings us effectively into the moment. And then once we have landed, more or less, in the body, with a sense perhaps of coming home, we then invite our attention to the breath. To the gentle rise and fall, to the feeling of expanding and releasing. Maybe we can feel the movement in the abdomen. The caress of air in the nostrils. Maybe we can feel the rib cage opening at the front, the sides, even around in the back. And up at the top, under the collarbones. aware of how it actually feels to breathe. Following this breath and this one. Establishing the careful balance of kindness and engagement. Bringing the mind back when it wanders. Noticing perhaps where it goes when it drifts off. And then gently inviting attention back to the breath, to the physical sensations. In each moment. Being with whatever arises. And being interested in the smallest physical sensation. The touch, the tingling, the pull, relaxation, the tickle, the pause. Observing what's there. Being with the detail. And it doesn't matter how many times the mind wanders. We come back to the now. Back to our experience of this moment. Feeling the rise and fall. Being present in the body. Being the kindly witness. following this breath and this one. With kindness and curiosity. Knowing that connecting with our physical sensations brings us into a place of calm and coping. Aware of the moment, aware of our physical sensations, and accepting what we find. Just a few more moments. Present and aware, feeling the body breathing. And when we're ready, opening our eyes. Well done, everyone. So being in the physical body consciously brings us into the moment, and it takes us out of our analyzing intellectual mind into a direct experience of now. And when we're aware of the body, we're more aware of our emotions, we're more aware of our mood. And the mind can tell us stories. It can say, oh, I'm fine, when we're actually not. But the body will tell us the truth. And so by developing a capacity to connect easily with the body through meditation, we're already a big step closer to living our real experience of now. And once we're really in touch with ourselves, this is awareness. We can be fully aware of what we're really experiencing right now. That gives us the opportunity to accept what's there. This is the truth of now, whether I like it or not. And then if we choose to take some action, we're coming from a place of knowledge and understanding. And then another aspect to being aware of the body is that there is a very close feedback loop between our mood and our bodies. So if our posture is broken, or we're looking at the floor instead of looking up at the balconies or the trees around us, then our mood is more likely to be slumped, as our physical posture is slumped. So knowing that, if we're getting into a negative series of thought patterns and our posture is reflecting that, if we choose to take sensible action and bring ourselves up, then we can change our posture, and that will help to maintain a more masterful and coping attitude and mood. So a number of experiments have been done based on these feedback loops. There were some experiments done in the 1980s that have been reproduced several times afterwards, and these are described in Williams's book, Finding Peace in a Frantic World. There were a series of students asked to give their opinion as to the quality of certain headphones. So one set were asked to put on the headphones and mimic the movement of running, because these headphones were apparently going to be used for runners and active sports people. So one set were asked to mimic running by nodding their heads up and down, and another group were asked to mimic running by moving their head side to side, and the other group were asked to stay still. So then afterwards, they were asked to rate the headphones, and those who were so-called running, but in fact nodding, rated the headphones superior to those who were in fact shaking their heads. So, and the ones who were still had a sort of a mediocre analysis of the headphones. And then the experiment went a little bit further. You can read the book to find out what was involved. But all to say that our movements, our gesture, our posture actually affects our outlook as to whether we see the world or the events around us in a positive or negative way. And through meditation and being aware of our moment, being aware of our bodies, we're in touch with ourselves. We can know what we are experiencing in real time, and then we have some say as to what we do with that. And very often an alert posture will help to bring us into a feeling of coping. As I've said, looking up can help us to raise our mood. So we're not actually suppressing anything that needs to be addressed, because in the first place, we're really aware of what's going on. We're embracing our experience of now. We're aware of it, we're accepting it. And then after that, we can have some say as to what we do about it. We can take some action. And if we're aware that our bodies reflect our mood and vice versa, then we might notice that we're starting to slump, that our posture is getting tense or rigid, and that will help us to know what's happening in the world of our emotions. So staying very closely connected with our body is a helpful thing. Being in touch with our senses brings us into a place of coping in our minds. It activates our centers for self-compassion, and it gives us more say as to how we deal with our emotions and deal with our lives. So thank you for being here. I invite you this week to be especially aware of your body, your gesture, your posture, and to see if you can explore that in your formal meditation. I look forward to seeing you soon for another shared meditation online. Bye for now.